blockchain, its history and timelines, centralized and decentralized systems, and the different layers of blockchain technology. In this module, we will examine how a transaction happens on a blockchain. Life cycle of a blockchain transaction. What is the life cycle of a transaction on a blockchain? Transaction, in simple words, is the process of sending money by the sender and the receiver receiving it. Blockchain transaction is also quite similar, but it is made digitally. This picture shows the typical flow. The various steps involved are explained below. 1. Customer A holds a Bitcoin wallet with a wallet provider. 2. A wants to transfer 1 BTC to B, a friend. B has provided A with the wallet address to which the 1 BTC will be sent. 3. He opens the wallet app on his mobile. 4. He chooses the transfer option, indicates the recipient and the amount to be transferred. 5. The wallet service provider checks whether A has 1 BTC balance to his credit. 6. Depending on the country's regulations, the wallet service may perform anti-money laundering checks on this transaction. 7. The wallet service provider sends the transaction to the BTC network. 8. The BTC network nodes validate and verify this transaction. If any of them reject it, the transaction fails. If they are okay with it, then the transaction is ready to be placed in the blockchain. 9. The miners who create blocks include this transaction in the next block created. The new block may contain other transactions also. 10. At the end of the mining process, the block with the transaction gets into the blockchain. It is stored in the blockchain and becomes a permanent part of it. The block is sealed with a hash total. 11. The transaction is complete. The new block on the blockchain after this transaction will look like this. The transaction T2 represents the transaction we have discussed, the transfer of 1 BTC from A to B. Thus, a block in a blockchain can contain multiple transactions. For each block, a unique signature is generated based on the data inside the block. When the block is linked with another block, the signature of A is added as an element based on which the signature of the next block is generated. Please look at the blocks here. The signature of block B is also based upon block A's signature. Suppose somebody tries changing the value of the transaction T2 in block A, making the transaction value 5 BTC instead of 1. In that case, the change will result in a new unique signature being generated for block A, which will be different from the earlier signature. Since the signature is different from what is stored in block B, the link between blocks A and B is considered broken. The nodes see this as a problem and reject the change. Thus, the consensus mechanism ensures the integrity of the data stored in the blockchain. So, to summarize this module, blockchain technology is mostly about transactions that we make digitally for ourselves. Eventually, these transactions make their way to the various blocks that become part of the blockchain. So, it is important to understand the life cycle of blockchain technology.